Have you ever wondered what the PPS stands for in the Walther PPS's name? Police Pistol Slim. I would have never even once thought that that was what it stood for. When it comes to a 9mm concealed carry handgun, the Walther PPS is probably one of the most sought after handguns of its kind. Just by looking at the machining of the slide and the casting of the polymer frame, you can tell that there are no sharp edges and everything is low profile to allow it to be a snag-free firearm when concealed carrying. Even though Walther worked very hard to make this as low profile of a firearm as possible, it did not hinder any of the functioning capabilities of it, especially using the low profile sight system. Still easy to use and acquiring targets, it's still a breeze to shoot. Still having some of the safety features that some might say are kind of annoying, Walther did a very good job on incorporating them into the firearm, such as a red cocking indicator and using a loaded chamber viewpoint. With the trigger being 6.1 pounds, you would think that this is a very heavy trigger pull, but the way the gun cycles and the way it shoots, you could almost double tap with this gun very easily. Walther's paddle style ambi mag release kind of makes it a little hard to get used to, especially when you've been using guns that have a thumb oriented mag release. For its weight, it's still a very snappy firearm. Being that it kind of feels a little top heavy, that slide is a little higher from your grip, it kind of rocks a little more than I would be comfortable with, but that doesn't mean that it isn't a great shooter. It's the operator that probably can't shoot the gun that well. As with the new Glock Gen 4s and the XDS series, the Walther also has a replaceable grip backstrap that comes with different sizes that can also make it a lot easier for people with different hand sizes to actually use and control the firearm easier. Disassembling the PPS is much like a Glock, requiring little to no tools. One thing I did notice about the PPS when tearing it down is that if you were to move the slide back too far after pulling the trigger, it can actually reset the striker, not allowing you to move the slide forward. So you have to use a very small amount of movement when racking the slide back after pulling the trigger for the initial teardown. I've said a few times I'm not a big Walther fan, but shooting the PPS kind of changed my mind a little bit. I wouldn't necessarily want to own this firearm, but shooting it did make me appreciate it a little bit more than I originally did for Walther products. Well, that's about it for this review. If you have any questions or want some detailed information, you're more than welcome to email me or comment down below the video. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you're interested in seeing some new videos that are coming up. And hit that like button, I'd really appreciate the support, or the dislike button, and maybe I need to learn on bettering some things. You guys take care, be safe, and thanks again.